January 30th, 1925. There is a cave in the state of Kentucky, USA named Sand Cave. Floyd Collins, holding a kerosene lantern in one hand, begins to enter a 5-foot cave. The cave was very small, so he continued to crawl inside. Sharp rocks protruded from all sides above the cave. The inside of the cave was pitch black, and the kerosene lantern was his only hope. Eventually, he reaches the turnaround room. This is a place where even experienced cavers get scared and turn back. For this reason, the place is named Turnaround. To go further, a caver must cross a small passage, which is so small that even a small child would find it difficult to cross. For better understanding, the size of this small hole is similar to the size of a 500 milliliters Coca-Cola bottle. Arriving here means facing a situation exactly like this. Floyd was slowly disappearing inside this hole. His clothes were getting caught on the sharp rocks of the cave, making it very difficult for him to enter. At this time, Floyd was pushing himself inward using his legs. Then he reaches a wide opening. To go deeper, he must descend from here into a narrow trench 10 feet below. However, this too is a very narrow passage, restricted much like a chimney. He ties a rope to a rock, descends the trench, and this is where the cave ends. So he begins digging to reach the other side. Actually, on the other side there is a large crystal chamber. It looks exactly like this. Floyd has been working on digging in this spot for about a month. As usual, Floyd was returning after completing his work. He had to struggle just as before to return through the same narrow path. But after crossing some distance, Floyd's kerosene lantern breaks, and he is now alone inside the dark cave. Despite the darkness, he was slowly making his way out. But suddenly, by mistake in the dark, he hits a loose rock with one of his feet. A heavy rock weighing 20 kilograms falls from above onto his ankle. He tries repeatedly to move the rock with his other foot, but due to the lack of space, the rock becomes fixed between the cave wall and his leg. The more he kicks the rock, the more small stones break and fall onto his leg. Floyd is stuck in a backup position where he cannot even sit. The more he moves, the more small stones fall from above onto his leg, making his situation increasingly difficult. The uneven rocks below are poking his back, and drops of icy water from above are falling on his face. Slowly, the pressure of the rocks on his leg increases. Now in this situation, he has only one option: to scream for help. This is Sand Cave, and Floyd Collins is trapped 60 feet below the ground in a dark, small cave. From here begins Floyd Collins' struggle for survival. Floyd Collins was born on June 20th, 1887, in Logan, Kentucky, USA. There are many large cave networks there. Since childhood, he loved exploring caves. Every day he would explore caves for hours. Sometimes he would even sleep inside the caves. During Floyd's time, cave exploration was a profitable and competitive business in that region. In 1925, Floyd discovered a cave named Sand Cave, located just a few meters from the highway. There is an interesting feature inside this cave, a chamber composed of gypsum crystals. This cave was much more beautiful than other caves, but entering it was very difficult. To go inside, Floyd had been clearing pebbles, sandstone and limestone from the narrow path for several weeks. Finally, on January 30th, 1925, the day he got trapped, he managed to dig out the path to the crystal chamber. He was very excited because after a month of hard work, his dream had come true. But the Creator had written something else in his fate that day. Well, while returning that day, Floyd got trapped 60 feet underground where even slight movement was impossible. Floyd screamed for hours, but there was no one there to hear him. Exhausted, he fell asleep there. After waking up, he started screaming again, but still, no one heard him. He remained trapped in that tiny cave for about 23 hours. Meanwhile, seeing that Floyd had not returned home, his family became worried. His father, uncle, and younger brother, Homer Collins, arrived at the cave to search for him. They noticed Floyd's clothes and hats stuck near the entrance of the cave. Seeing this, they realized Floyd must be inside. To confirm, his brother Homer Collins went near the turnaround area and called out his name, hearing his brother's screams from inside. Homer knew his brother was in grave danger. Homer came out and informed everyone about Floyd's entrapment. Then, taking some snacks and risking a lot, he managed to reach near his brother's head. First, he fed him a sandwich and hot coffee to relax him. Then he began planning how to rescue his brother from there. but the conditions here were very dangerous. Surviving even a minute was a challenge for Homer. Floyd was there with a heavy rock on his leg, surrounded by small stones, and above those were many loose rocks ready to fall. Since the opening was very small, he had only two options. First option, Homer would have to go down feet first, but in this way he wouldn't be able to touch Floyd as his own body would block the path. Second option, if Homer went head first, he would gain access, but he would have to move nearly 100 kilograms of rock while being upside down. But the problem was the very limited space. He spent about 8 hours moving rocks, but loose stones from above kept piling up again, making all of Homer's efforts futile. He told his brother, "I am making some arrangements for rescue," and came out of the cave in despair. Floyd had been trapped there for about 45 hours. When Homer came out, he saw thousands of people gathered in front of the cave waiting to see if Homer had succeeded in rescuing his brother. Now, news of Floyd's accident had spread everywhere like wildfire, and many reporters arrived. They all started interviewing Homer and asking about Floyd. Among them was a reporter named William Miller, who tried hard to get an interview, but Homer, getting angry, told him, "Listen, don't ask me such stupid questions, go inside the cave yourself and ask Floyd." Hearing this, William Miller agreed and went into the cave with a camera. He eventually reached Floyd. Actually, he hadn't come to help Floyd. His real intention was to increase news ratings. In such a situation, he conducted an interview with Floyd, which was truly ridiculous. Floyd was in no condition to give an interview. He was fighting for his life there. Reporter Miller came out of the cave. After coming out, Miller printed Floyd's story in full detail in the newspapers, and the news spread all over America. People from far away came by train to gather in front of the cave, waiting for Floyd's rescue. Taking advantage of this, some businessmen started businesses there. Lines formed at street food stalls, food ran out in nearby hotels, and hotel rents increased. Some magicians even started showing magic tricks to earn money. To put it simply, a fair had started there. The pressure of their crowd caused the rocks in the cave below to become even looser. At this time, a firefighter named Robert arrived and planned to tie Floyd with a rope and pull him from the outside. He went inside, tied a rope around Floyd's chest, but the plan failed. Due to the tension of the rope and the movement of the crowd above, the other side of the cave collapsed. The only passage used to reach Floyd was blocked forever. Now there was only one option, to dig 60 feet directly to reach Floyd and rescue him. But this was not easy because digging would take time, and it was uncertain if Floyd could survive that long. After several calculations, the rescue team began mining. While they were mining, it started raining, creating even more problems. For a while, mining was stopped. After the rain stopped, the mining resumed. After nearly 30 hours of mining, they finally saw Floyd Collins' body. But alas, there was no response, meaning Floyd Collins was no longer alive. After fighting for his life for nearly 17 days, Floyd's race for survival ended there. Later, the rescue team recovered Floyd's body, and he was buried there in front of the cave,